The human mind is an extraordinary place. It allows you to interpret your environment, recognize people, and learn new things to survive. However, you only know a fraction of what you think you know. And while there are still a lot of unanswered questions, and there is a long way to go, by learning about the fundamentals of behavior and the human mind, we're able to gain a better understanding of ourselves and others. So, in this video, you will learn a few psychological facts about your mind. Thinking about your problems from a third person's perspective allows you to find effective solutions. Would you say you think about other people's problems more clearly and sensibly than your own? According to research, the answer for most people is yes. And this is known as the Solomon's paradox. People, regardless of age, are more likely to think more rationally while contemplating someone else's difficulties than when addressing their own problems. That said, a self-distancing strategy can eliminate this bias. So, the next time you're faced with a personal dilemma, practice your reasoning skills by taking a step back and considering your situation from an outsider's perspective. Those most incompetent are the least aware of their own incompetence. You've probably witnessed this happen. Maybe around the dinner table during a holiday family gathering. During the meal, an extended family member begins talking about something, claiming to be right, and everyone else is foolish, ignorant, or just plain wrong. This person's lack of knowledge is obvious to everyone in the room, yet they continue to ramble on, blissfully unaware of their own ignorance. This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias in which people think they are smarter and more capable than they actually are. Their poor self-awareness and low cognitive ability leads them to overestimate their actual capabilities. Hostile people tend to own more aggressive dogs. Research shows that anger, aggression, and hostility are more common in the personality of owners of stereotypically violent breeds. Could it be possible that people choose dogs that are an extension of themselves? We typically select friends and partners with similar interests and tendencies. So why not pets? Perhaps. But other factors may also influence people's aggression and their choice for violent breeds. For instance, those who are socially isolated, have fewer visitors, or live in high-crime neighborhoods are more likely to be under chronic stress, possibly making them more aggressive, and thus they would be more inclined to pick a guard dog such as a Rottweiler or Pit Bull. Daydreamers are more creative. Do you tend to get in trouble for daydreaming in class or during a meeting at work? Mind-wandering is often viewed as a negative trait, but it's not necessarily the case. In fact, daydreaming may indicate intelligence and creativity. According to research, high measured intelligence and creativity go hand in hand with high levels of mind-wandering. What's more, frequent daydreamers not only tend to score higher on IQ tests, but their brains also appear to be more efficient. Yes, some people have more efficient brains than others, which translates into an increased capacity to think, and as a result, their brains may wander when performing easy tasks. They can zone in and out of discussions or tasks when appropriate, then seamlessly tune back in without losing crucial details or steps. Rejection literally hurts you. Have you ever felt like you got punched in the stomach after being rejected by someone? Why is that? Well, apparently, that's how our minds are wired to respond. Turns out, the same parts of our brain gets activated when we experience rejection as when we experience physical pain. That's why even small rejections hurt more than they should, as they elicit literal, though emotional, pain. Speaking in a foreign language changes your decision. You might think that people will make the same decisions no matter what language they were using, or that the difficulty of using a foreign language would make decision less systematic. However, the opposite is true. Using a foreign language is shown to reduce decision-making biases. When speaking a foreign language, we need to suppress our native language, and in order to think rationally, we have to suppress our innate intuitions. Brain imaging studies show the same parts of the brains are involved in both foreign language use and rational thought. And when foreign language speakers activate their brain's inhabitation center, their intuitions and emotions are also inhibited. As a result, individuals make more rational decisions when speaking a foreign language. Regularly helping others can help you live longer. Volunteering your time, money, or energy to assist others is beneficial to the world and yourself. Giving back to the community has been shown to boost happiness, health, and sense of well-being. Regularly volunteering can help manage stress and ward off sickness, while also increasing your sense of fulfillment in life. This might be due to the fact that volunteering reduces loneliness and improves our social lives. Moreover, psychologists have found that those who volunteer frequently tend to live longer than those who don't participate in such activities. Now, even though these facts are fascinating and reveal a lot about human nature, keep in mind that most of them were discovered after conducting research with small groups of people. Nevertheless, they do provide a fantastic way to raise questions and begin digging into the mysterious world of psychological research. Paradox of choice. Digital marketplaces and streaming services offer an unprecedented array of choices. While this might seem beneficial, it can also lead to the paradox of choice, where the abundance of options leads to decision fatigue, dissatisfaction, and regret. Social comparison and identity social media platforms can exacerbate feelings of inadequacy and envy through constant exposure to curated portrayals of others' lives. This phenomenon, known as social comparison, can lead to decreased self-esteem and increased feelings of loneliness and anxiety. Online platforms allow for the creation of virtual personas, which can differ significantly from an individual's offline identity. This can have complex effects on self-perception and identity, as the boundaries between online and offline selves blur. While offering opportunities for exploration and expression, this can also lead to conflicts and confusion about one's identity. Hope you enjoyed our video. Appreciate yourself and others around you. See you soon.